Hello, folks. This is Hidden Numismatist back at you again with another coin or coins that I want to discuss with you on this Monday afternoon. I'm sure many of you collectors have heard of the Carson City Morgan silver dollars. And what I want to talk about today in this video alone is the 1884 Carson City GSA Morgan silver dollar. Gotta look at the coin first. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful lady. Of course, this is an Ankh. And I want to bring this to you, a few tidbits. It's gotta say Carson City at the top here. And you gotta have this COA. And make sure that the first two digits, 84, match the year 84, right? That's very, very important because as private collectors like me, many of us want this COA, of course, the coin itself in its original, container, capsule, airtight, what have you. I really don't know what they would call that. And the box has to be nice and intact and solid. Many, many times you'll find this part separated, dispatched from this. As you can see, this is original, and I plan to keep her that way as long as I own her. So let's talk about the GSA in general, the 84cc, and then I have my other two 84cc's that are raw. This is for my Morgan Dollar year and mint mark set, and then I'm also pulling the 84cc that's in my date set as well. This one is in Ankh as well, but not so much this one. She's had literally damage to her cheek, and when I bought this from the dealer about 15 years ago, he said there's maybe like a BB gun or a bullet. Some kid who didn't know what he was doing got a hold of his grandfather's or father's CC and destroyed it. So eventually, this does need to be replaced, but this is a beautiful uncirculated that's perfect for this date set. And then, of course, the GSA here is uncirculated. The total mintage of the 84cc is 1,136,000. And among in the GSA hoards, about 962,000 have been discovered, which makes it 84.6% are in this hoard. And we all know that Carson City struck coins in our country from 1870 to 1899. What is the GSA in general? Let's discuss that. In the mid-1960s, the government was winding down the exchange of silver certificates for silver dollars. After the program was terminated in 1964, the government had a large supply of original sealed bags of silver dollars. This hoard was dubbed the GSA, Government Services Administration Hoard, and they were named because this box was the branch of the government that was in charge of the disposal of these coins. There you go. The hoard included over 3 million coins, most of which were minted in Carson City. Most, folks, not all, okay? So when you hear in GSA, you can safely assume it's Carson City, but not all GSAs are Carson Cities. Until the discovery of this hoard, Carson City dollars were thought to be relatively scarce and high grade. The hoard consisted of mostly CC dollars, but approximately 125,000 were discovered to be from other mints. Hence, I stated earlier. These coins ranged in condition from heavily circulated to uncirculated. The uncirculated non-GSA CC coins came in plastic holders. They were just labeled United States silver dollars instead of the standard Carson City, okay? And can also be found in soft packs as well, which we can discuss in a different video. But right now we're doing the typical GSA Carson City, and in these hard shells is typically how you find them. But there are also soft packs as well, as they state. The GSA hoards contained up to 84% of the entire mintage of some CC dollars, as here. Let's see what Ron Guth says, professional numismatist, regarding the CC in general. The 84 CC is one of the most common dates in the entire series. But because of the CC mint mark, it continues to generate strong collector premium. That's correct. All collectors like I, diehard collectors, love anything CC. Gold, silver dollar, what have you. They're all delicious to us. Most 84 CC dollars, 1884, that's a typo, folks. 1884s came out of the hoard of dollars found in the Treasury in the 1960s and sold to collectors in the late 70s and early 80s. That is correct. That's part of the GSA tidbit, if you will. The vast majority of 84 CC dollars grade MS64, with a slightly smaller number in 63. Gems are also plentiful, but become very scarce in 67. The finals examples certified by PCGS as of 2011 are 3 mint state 68s. I also now want to discuss with you folks, which is very, very important. If you're in the market, if you don't have a GSA Carson City, the components that have to be true for all of your GSA dollars, right? You want to keep the COA in tip-top shape. As I stated, these first 2 digits in the serial number have to match the last 2 digits of the year on our beautiful Morgan dollar here. And if they don't, this is not authentic to this. And many dealers will then, or private collectors like me, will say, well, this is non-existent. If these 2 digits don't match the last 2 digits of the year, this is insignificant to me, and I will not be interested in purchasing it for my collection, as most people shouldn't. Let's talk about the specifics, the anatomy of GSA in general. Each GSA dollar should come with 3 main components: the box, certificate of authenticity, and the coin. The black box often is damaged. That is true. You'll find a lot of these that are tattered, and as I stated, they're not... This part from this top is separated. It's damaged. It's ripped oftentimes. Dealers will often put stickers and prices on here, which I hate. So when I bought this, and I saw this in the dealer's inventory, we studied the case very completely, how it's intact and solid. It's a beautiful, beautiful, nice, originally close to mint state box. And we want the case itself to be nice and clean, scratch-free, right? We want the Morgan to be in good shape. Many, many times people try to, well, try not. They crack these out and they put a different CC in here, and it's obviously not mint state. Be careful to that as well. The black box is often damaged. Auctioneers love stickers, and when they put them on the GSA box, they often are there for good. If you try to remove them, you may tear the flimsy black paper. Yes, and they're right. The flimsy, it's not... Once it detaches from the frame of the box itself, it's nasty stuff. It looks ugly. That decreases the value. Anytime you kind of put a sticker on it and you try to remove it and you tear the black paper, that decreases the value. Totally correct. Because the box also contains a greeting from President Richard Nixon, our beloved President Richard Nixon. And here it is from President Nixon. I'll show that to you folks. I'm sorry that I'm not able to manage this part of the video, and it's gone. So let's continue here. On the inside cover, also the lid to the box should not be detached, but often is, again, lowering the price, as I stated. The COA has serial numbers in blue. If this is not in blue, it's not authentic. Forget it. It's a copy, what have you, lithograph. The first 2 numbers should match the year. Not all GSA dollars were high mint state. Those with significant bag marks have had additional cardboard, have additional card about the condition. Some sellers send in the GSAs for grading. Be sure you keep the box and the COA. The coin itself is in a plastic holder. Not all GSA dollars are from Carson City. The label on the plastic holder must state that. Carson City. Gotta say that. That's what I'm saying. People swap them out and they don't know that it has to have Carson City. And they take one that's non-Carson City and put a Carson City. Even though it's an UNC, I don't care as a private collector. It's gotta say Carson City. The major slabbing companies hold their GSA dollars. They'll get a little band around it. I do have a GSA CC with a band that was graded by NGC, I believe, but that's a different year, and we're talking about the 84 here. For a long time, PCGS put the term GSA on the label. In 2013, the company started holding them in large plastic slabs that do not fit in the GSA box. You may like that, but I prefer NGC labels on my GSA dollars because the original holder still fits in the box. That is correct. It's literally a band that goes right through here, I believe, if I remember on my other year. And it does not distract when the third-party graders put their label on there with their third-party grade. It does not distract from the case itself. You can find GSA dollars in original sealed boxes like this, like the one that he was discussing. Sealed does not mean unopened. That's so important. Hobbyists have always found ways to open the boxes. And that's why you have to be careful. Now, this information here came from a very, very close dealer, friend of mine, where many of my key coins that I've discussed on my channel came from this gentleman. And I asked him in general about GSAs in general, and this is his answer in an email. When it comes to valuing a raw GSA, this is a raw GSA, meaning it was not graded. Doesn't mean that it's raw like this. This is a raw GSA, not being graded by a third-party grading company, okay? These are raw as well, but they're not GSAs. They're just raw, beautiful CC Morgans. When it comes to valuing a raw GSA, it's safe to assume that the vast majority are going to grade between 61 and 64. On a common day, that's not really much of a spread when you look on the gray sheet. The gray sheet does have a section for GSA Carson Cities, okay? But the spread between a 61 and 64 is really not much. Of course, for just a few dollars more, if you can get a 64, you always want to buy the highest grade that you can afford. That's just a rule of thumb in numismatics, because those tend to appreciate the most over time in value. The difference is so small, the spread is so small between 61 and 64 that it really shouldn't even register when it comes to buying. And the reason that is, 61 through 64 grades are very common. It makes little difference what the grade is. Just pay a little bit more for a graded 64. That's what my brother numismatist is saying. Professional dealer. Hence, we agree. I mean, there isn't much spread between a 61 to a 64, even minute between 64 or 61 to 62. So if you can afford it for a few dollars more, always get the highest grade. If you're looking at 2-3 different specimens of the same year Carson City GSA, and the highest grade is not that much from a 62 or 63, get to 64. And then we know Liberty is facing left. And the lettering is E pluribus unum, the Liberty. 1885 is the year. 84, made a typo again. This is an 84, okay? And it was engraved by our brother George T. Morgan, George Thomas Morgan. And the reverse is where we would find the mint mark. Right there, between the D and the O, above. It's an eagle holding arrows and an olive branch within a wreath. Gotta love Mint State Morgans, man. Lettering is United States of America. In God we trust. $1. And this is where the mint mark would be. Philadelphia issues do not have a mint mark here. And these are my references, which I will definitely put into the description box below. So I wanted to bring this to you, talk about a GSA. I don't think I've ever covered a GSA on my channel whatsoever. She has a little bit of a scuff here, but it's still an Ankh. It will distract. It won't pull 63. It may pull a 62. But for now, I have no rush in really getting this one graded. I do have graded CCs, like I said, NGC, I believe, in a different year. But this is the 84 CC. So, anyway, my numismatic brothers and sisters, that's my coin for you today on this beautiful Monday afternoon. Had a coin show yesterday, Sunday, after church, and that was very, very good to me. Bought some nice foreign notes, nice 1 ounce silver bars, art bars. Got a few more of those. And added 2 more notes to my U.S. small size currency Dansko typeset. So I should be bringing some other future sweet videos to you folks. And then we'll discuss those as well. Don't know if I show this. You can screenshot this, but this is what the COA says on all GSA dollars. So, all right, my friends, you all be kind to each other. Take care of each other. I thank you for watching. And most importantly, may God bless you all. Bye-bye.